Movement is really important for the eyes to function correctly. And when we're looking at the same distance all the time, while reading a book or working in front of the screen, the eyes get tired of looking at the same distance. So it is important that regularly, every time we turn the page, every time we change chapters, that we look away, right? Then every 20 minutes at the very most, we should take a break where we go to the window, we open it. And for 5 minutes, we look as far out the window as we can.
When we do speed reading, we read a full book in 50 minutes. And it is
Perfect.
split into 25-minute Pomodoros. At 25 minutes?
At 25 minutes, exactly. One of the things that you can introduce in the Pomodoro break is to go to the window.
That's already a tip for us here.
Definitely. You should look away, stretch, and yawn. But most of all, look far into the distance and blink your eyes. And apart from the Pomodoro break you take, where you look away in a more intentional way and for a longer time, every time you turn a page, you can take advantage
speed
of...
reading pages turn really fast.
Well, so in that case, every time you change chapters, make sure you look at the 4 farthest corners of the room, if nothing else, right? And you can have, if you're with a physical book, I understand the digital book is a bit different, but with a physical book, when you change chapters, you can move a post-it that reminds you, blink, breathe, and look away. Then you change chapters. You take the opportunity to look into the distance. You do a quick burst of blinking and make sure you pay attention to your breathing, that it is being as deep as it can be. Because breathing is one of the first keys to relaxation. And the third principle of natural vision improvement is paying close attention to details. And here I understand that with speed, voracious, or agile reading, depending on the technique that you're using, as far as I understand, you know much more about this than I do. I understand that there is an idea of going fast, that is to say, with the pointer, with the finger, and also of going fast while capturing the bigger picture of what you are seeing.
Yes, absolutely. It is like a bird's eye view. When you want to go deeper, you go deeper.
That's it. So I see that you are taking advantage of what in natural vision improvement we call the center-peripheral relationship, because with the pointer, with your finger, you are marking where the central vision will go, but what is capturing the information faster is the peripheral vision, which takes everything in at the same time.
Yes, the peripheral vision is key. And what you were saying about using those training moments, I explain it this way. We can actually practice this at any time. If I'm in the car, when I stop at a traffic light, I put my vision on the red light, and without looking away from the red light, I am becoming aware of everything that is happening.
What you see around you. Yes, we also have a lot of exercises that we use to promote, to expand the peripheral vision, and to stimulate it. The reason is that the more the peripheral vision is stimulated, and the more we are aware of the peripheral vision, also the more the eyes relax. So awareness of peripheral vision is very good for the eyesight. Now, something that can be interesting also, and it's an activity that creates contrasts with that of reading or speed reading, is when you're looking through an open window, looking far away, looking at details far away, trying to see the details of the leaves of the trees, the shapes of the clouds, the birds that are far away, looking at the clouds, looking at the stars, and trying to delight in the details of what you see from far away.
Exactly.
Paying attention to the details stimulates the retina, and then this helps us keep a good eyesight also for a longer time. And if we do it from the distance, it relaxes the eyes. And something else I was going to say about central and peripheral vision. Okay, well, yes, all exercises to stimulate peripheral vision will be very good. And something that the sight, the eyes really like are contrasts. So if we spend a lot of time looking up close, it's important to spend time, or at every Pomodoro break, to look far away. Looking out the window at the sky as far as possible in the Pomodoro breaks would be ideal. But while reading, we should at least do that, looking at the 4 corners of the room, beyond the computer, beyond the book. If we're spending a lot of time looking down, I understand that with speed reading, you also give recommendations for posture, using a book stand, that we keep a good reading posture. But if you ever get distracted and find yourself reading on a table with your head down,
That's a no-no for us.
yes, indeed.
But do explain.
Perfect, because a lot of people do it. So it is important. This is a very bad posture because it generates a lot of tension in the neck. You know, when the head is tilted, the effect is like it weighs much more, and then it causes posture problems in general. And this kind of body posture is also depressive. Looking down depresses the nervous system. So it is all the more important to make sure that we do the opposite posture, open postures, power postures, victory postures, with the body wide open. Contrasts between far and near, below and above. Contrasts also of how we use the right and left eye, just for a while each day. And you can do this with a post-it that you stick on your forehead. You can do it at home. Or if you go somewhere, if you have a garden, or you go somewhere for a walk and you don't mind going around wearing a pirate patch, then it's very good to spend some time covering one eye and some time covering the other eye. You can also do it walking around the house, picking things up.
Quick
You
question.
keep stimulating both eyes like this.
So then,
How long?
How many minutes?
I usually prefer to say as long as it is pleasant for you. That's the time that I usually tend to recommend everybody. Because as long as it's pleasant for you includes two things. One, the time during which you keep being interested, curious, present, and because the eyesight is a sense of perception, perception needs presence. If you are not curious, if you are bored, no matter how much you do it for 5, 10, 15 minutes, the effect is not the same.
You need to be aware, capturing this
Yes,
information.
absolutely. You need to be interested. You need to be curious. A very entertaining way to do this is if you have a garden or a park where you can go with some of your friends or kids or your dog to play. You put on the patch and you throw balls at each other or play ping pong or badminton or tennis, knowing that you are going to have one eye covered and then the other.
You just gave me a dynamic for my next outdoor activity.
Great. So is it going to be difficult for us to catch the ball? Yes, it's going to be hard, but it doesn't matter. We laugh, and it's training for the brain. What are we doing when we are covering one eye and then covering the other? We are reinforcing the neural connections between that eye and both brain hemispheres because the optic nerve in the optic chiasm sends information to both hemispheres. It is the only organ in the body that sends information to both hemispheres. Then you cover the other one, and you also reinforce the neural connections of the other eye with both hemispheres of the brain. So this is a very easy practice. Why? As long as it is pleasant for you. First, because of the presence, the curiosity, the interest that we were saying is necessary for perception. And second, because your body can tell you at what moment it is tired or it is enough or too much or it wants more. I could say as a standard thing, you can play for 5 minutes with each eye, 10 minutes with each eye, but then there's the agenda, and one day maybe you are stressed because you are in a hurry, or one day your nephews and nieces have come to play and you can stay longer. If you start from the time that is pleasant for you, you know that you are going to be in the zone of curiosity, and you are going to be in the zone where your body is telling you, I'm still okay with this, I'm still okay with this, I'm still okay with this, not anymore. And it's essential to learn to listen to yourself, to your body's own signals when you're trying to improve the function of organs such as the eyes.